The story of Abraham, father of faith, Genesis, chapters 11 to 25. In the ancient city of Ur, nestled in Mesopotamia, lived a man named Abram, later called Abraham. He was a descendant of Shem, the son of Noah, and belonged to a family that worshipped other gods. Joshua 24:2. But God had a divine plan for Abram, one that would change the course of history. One day the Lord spoke to Abram with a startling command. Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. Genesis 12:1-2. Without hesitation and without knowing his destination, Abram obeyed. At the age of 75, he left Haran with his wife Sarai, later Sarah, his nephew Lot, and all their possessions, journeying toward the land of Canaan. There God appeared to him and promised, "To your offspring I will give this land." Genesis 12:7. Abram built an altar to the Lord and began a life of wandering, trusting in God's promise, despite having no child and no permanent home. Years passed. Famine struck the land, and Abram temporarily moved to Egypt. Though he momentarily faltered in faith, asking Sarai to say she was his sister to protect himself, God protected them and brought them back to Canaan. Tensions arose between Abram's herdsmen and Lot's, so Abram generously allowed Lot to choose the best land. Lot chose the fertile plain near Sodom, while Abram remained in Canaan. God then reaffirmed his covenant. Lift up your eyes, for all the land that you see I will give to you and to your offspring forever. I will make your offspring like the dust of the earth. Genesis 13:14-16. Still, Abram and Sarai remained childless. In human impatience, Sarai suggested that Abram father a child through her servant Hagar. Hagar bore Ishmael, but God made it clear that his covenant would not pass through Ishmael, but through a son born to Sarai herself. When Abram was 99 years old, God appeared again, changed his name to Abraham, father of many nations, and instituted the covenant of circumcision as a sign of their relationship. He also renamed Sarai to Sarah and promised, I will bless her and will surely give you a son by her. Genesis 17:16. Soon after, three mysterious visitors, angels in human form, came to Abraham's tent. They repeated the promise. I will surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah your wife shall have a son. Sarah, listening from inside the tent, laughed inwardly, thinking, After I am worn out and my Lord is old, shall I have pleasure? But the Lord asked, Is anything too hard for the Lord? Genesis 18:10-14. True to his word, Sarah gave birth to Isaac when Abraham was 100 years old. Joy filled their home. Yet years later, God tested Abraham's faith in the most profound way. Take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah and offer him there as a burnt offering, Genesis 22:2. With a heavy heart but unwavering trust, Abraham obeyed. He prepared everything, traveled 3 days, and built an altar. As he raised the knife to sacrifice Isaac, the angel of the Lord called out, Do not lay your hand on the boy or do anything to him, for now I know that you fear God, seeing you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me. Genesis 22:12. At that moment, Abraham saw a ram caught in a thicket and offered it instead. God reaffirmed his covenant, saying, Because you have done this, I will surely bless you, and your offspring shall possess the gate of his enemies. Genesis 22:16-17. Abraham lived many more years, witnessing Isaac grow and marry Rebekah. After Sarah's death at 127, Abraham purchased the cave of Machpelah as a burial place, a small foothold in the Promised Land. He later married Keturah and had more children, but he gave everything to Isaac. Abraham died at the age of 175, old and full of years, and was buried beside Sarah by his sons Isaac and Ishmael, Genesis 25:7-10. Though he never possessed the land in his lifetime, he lived by faith, looking forward to the city that has foundations, whose designer and builder is God, Hebrews 11:10. Through Abraham, God blessed all nations, ultimately fulfilled in Jesus Christ, the descendant of Abraham through whom all peoples on earth will be blessed. Genesis 12:3, Galatians 3:8-9. Key Bible references: Call of Abram, Genesis 12. Covenant promises, Genesis 15:17. Birth of Isaac, Genesis 21. Sacrifice of Isaac, Genesis 22. Death of Abraham, Genesis 25. Abraham's life stands as a testament to faith, obedience, and God's unfailing faithfulness, even when the path is uncertain.